have workshops. Might even have the Stockton people come over to my living room and we're going to probably hash this out. And because I've done events here, we've done tours in the area, but we'll do this in the office. May do this at my house. If not, we'll do it at Stockton. We're doing Q4 planning for all of our marketing strategies. What are we going to do from now until December 31st to put you in the best position to have the most engagement, most conversations, make sure that you are doing everything that you need to do in order to close this year strong and walk into 2026. You guys, as CEOs of your business, should already be thinking of 2026, making sure we are strategizing, making sure we are putting all these things into place to ensure that you're closing out this year with momentum and opening up the new year with tons and tons of activity. So, before we get started, as always, we're going to turn it over to Karina for a quick teaching moment of the week. If you have one, let's go, Karina. Great to see you. It's been a long time.
All right. So for my teachable moment today, I got four things. One, this should go without saying, but it's about office etiquette. Please be mindful of the scents in the office. If it's strong perfumes, other strong scents. No vaping of any kind is allowed indoors in any of our offices. So please go step outside if you need to do that. Also, be considerate of the volumes of your conversations, especially if you're using coarse language. So close those doors, step in the conference room, the phone booths, that's what they're there for. Be mindful all the way around. Second is best partnering practices here. So a reminder that as a team, we don't get involved in your agent to agent splits with each other. You guys have to have those conversations. You need to put it in writing. This is your business. We have some best practices that I've shared on Slack and Fast Class. I'll reshare them later as a refresher, but just get things in writing, be clear, roles, responsibilities, commissions, all of that. Please, take care of your business there. The next one is contractual obligations. So this was a good question for one of our agents about, is the seller required to disclose any reports that they had generated? And the answer is yes. If they have generated pre-inspections or anything during the contract, they are required to give those reports to the buyer. So paragraph 14A of the RPA specifies that in detail. And then last but not least, there was a question about what happens if a seller breaches the contract by not performing, meaning not selling the home. So the buyer and the seller would need to consult with legal immediately. Potentially, they could compel a specific performance, such as the sale, or seek monetary damages. But we are not attorneys. We don't give out legal advice. They need to check in with their attorneys. So we'll talk more later if need be. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Karina. Listen, you guys, we'll make sure to put that in email as well. We've been very lenient about vaping in the office, and so we just want to put a stop to that. It might, impact somebody else that is in that room. Want to make sure that we're respecting everybody's level of work and making sure that we are courteous. So be on the lookout for that. We'll make sure that that is very clear. And let's get right into the meeting slides for the week. They are colorful, they are vibrant, and they are going to be fun. So, you guys, we didn't have a meeting last week because we had the Tom Ferry Summit in the office. And so we have a lot to cover because you guys have been busy in the last couple of weeks. So be ready, be educated, and be resourceful. And here's all of our buyer represented deals. So Hamida got in a contract twice. This was a flexi double ended. Tim got in a contract on another flex for 310 in Oakland, and Heather Bagley got in a contract twice. Once in Escalon for 130,000 and once in Visalia for 429,000. I don't think that I see Heather on the line today, but let me confirm before I move forward. Nope. So congratulations to you three. And we're going to move on to the next section. Roxanne Adams got in a contract for 429 in Oakland. Chris and Sophia got in a contract out in Sacramento. I don't see either of them on the call today. So once again, congratulations. I highly encourage you guys to be at meetings. That way you guys can put your name in lights or see your name in lights. Ina and Joseph got in contract in San Francisco on a flex deal. And then Andrea Lamadora got into contract on another flex deal in Oakland. So Dan, seems like a very, very good week for us from flex. A lot of activity, a lot of motion, a lot of engagement. Any words of wisdom, anything you'd like to share on that vein?
Nothing specific, just that buyers are out there, and a lot of these people that are coming through are pretty quick turnaround. So the people who are on Flex, who are taking the leads, who are going out and engaging with the opportunity that's out there, I mean, there's a lot to be picking up. We're seeing activity pick up, especially now that sellers are being more flexible. So just really excited with all the movement we saw in Flex, especially after a couple of slow weeks. We saw a huge uptick in the last week and a half or so.
That's right. That's right. And you guys, if you're interested in learning more about what it takes to get on the leads program, please feel free to reach out to us after the meeting. We've made some adjustments to the qualifications to actually get you in a lead certification. So we are building that bench. We are building the people on that program. So if you have interest in that, please feel free to reach out to me, but you have to at least have completed your 30-day checklist, or else that conversation is a moot point. Kelly Hilker got in a contract in Orangeville for $490. Once again, Chris and Gustavo got in a contract down in Lathrop for $497. It's really good to see this partnership forming. Kelly, I know what she went through for this particular deal, so congratulations to you three. Continuing on, Christina Macias and Liz Norton got in a contract in Pittsburgh for $510, and then Evangeline, all the way from Monterey to Fairfield, got in a contract for $550. So Evangeline, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Busy traveling, busy being a mom, busy closing deals. So let's hear from you. What was the strategy? What worked? We'll hear directly from you.
I'm so juiced on this deal because it's a VA buyer. So wife is VA, husband is a firefighter. With the money stored, there was a $1,400 credit for firefighters. So that was awesome there. We got 15K in seller credits. So buyer came in with like all closing costs covered. So it was really awesome. And they're only 22 years old. So home owners at 22, and extra icing on the cake because these clients, it's my sister and my brother-in-law. So super excited to make this happen for them. We went out just like one day searching all around, and this was the last one on the tour, and it was super meant to be because she was looking at a home on this street and it went pending. And I told her, I'm like, girl, I don't think this was meant for you anyways. It needed a whole new roof. They weren't going to clear, the Section 1 items. And sure enough, this one popped on the market and we moved on it fast. So totally meant to be. Super stoked for my sister and brother-in-law.
Love it, love it. Absolutely love this backstory. I know this story, firsthand. You and I have talked about this. So congratulations to everybody. Sierra and Ina got in a contract on another flex, and then Mark Bondalon got in a contract in Elk Grove for 572. So congratulations to everybody. Like I said, we have quite a few escrows to go through today. Once again, Mark got in a contract with Anthony. Anthony, this is his first official deal, so congratulations to you. He is business partners with Mark and David, so congratulations. And then Aaron Crisp and Martinez for $649,000. So well done, gentlemen. Congratulations, and stay there because we still have more. Ray got in a contract in Vallejo for $662. Sonny Wong got in a contract for $665. So congratulations to you, gentlemen. I also do not see them on the call today. Rosa got in a contract in Hayward for $700. Michael Sayage got in a contract for $719 in Castro Valley. And Brittany in contract in San Francisco for $720. Karina, it's got to be any day now, right? Or any week now? Because the baby should be here soon, right? Like really, really close. I love how she's working all the way up to the wire, bell to bell. So congratulations to each of you. Dominique has gotten in contract once again. She moved through her advisorship pretty fast. So Dominique, congratulations. And then Tim, good to see your face twice in a week. Another flex deal, 780 in San Francisco. So well done. That's right, Dan. Eric got in a contract with Trinity in Windsor for $930,000. Huge shout out to this partnership and huge shout out to Trinity. Unfortunately, she had to get evacuated during the fires, but her and her family were okay. And in the midst of all that chaos, sleeping at friends' houses, she was still able to get in the contract. And she lives in a very, very remote place out in the outskirts past Napa, past Calistoga, but she's still making it happen. So congratulations. Glad that you and your family are safe. And once again, huge congratulations to Eric. Got into contract not only with Trinity, but twice again in Sebastopol and Santa Rosa. So congratulations to everybody. All right, guys, continuing on. Julia and Jessica got in contracts in Albany on a flex deal, and Vivian got in contract in Hayward at $1,012,000. So let's go over to Julia. Julia, I think I see you here today. Let's have you share this win, talk to us about your strategy, and I want to hear high level about this one. So Julia going once, Julia going twice.
Hey,
There she is.
unfortunately I can't turn on my camera. I'm trying to put my daughter to sleep, but Yeah, I actually, this day, I had a scheduled appointment to show a house. My daughter had an allergic reaction at school, and I was like panicking. I called Jess. She was like 10 minutes away. So she was able to show the client. They ended up liking it. It was actually a different house than the house that we got into contract with, but she showed them one house. They liked it. I went on a tour with them the following week to do a few more houses. They ended up getting in contract with a house in Albany that they really liked. I think Albany, El Cerrito, they all have kind of the same players listing there. And as soon as I found out it was kind of an out of area uh, listing agent, we really did our best to build rapport and build a really great relationship with him so that they would feel comfortable moving, and just being very straightforward with what exactly the sellers wanted so that we can tailor the offer based off of that. And yeah, it was good. All cash offer. Great
Love it.
opportunity.
Love it. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Jessica.
Thank
Love how
you.
you guys supported each other. So great story. Ramel, dude, good to have you on the call, my man. It's been a while. I saw your face in the middle of my screen, so I want to say hello. Great to see you. Great to have you here at the meeting. All right, continuing on. Once again, Roxanne got in a contract for over a million 76. Julie got in a contract for 1-1, and then look at Eric. So that's 4 deals in 1 week. So congratulations, Eric, on a monster week for you. Well done, everybody. All right, continuing on. Sunny got in a contract for 1-6. Jung Hee got in a contract for 1-6 in Oakland. I love this, you guys. This is incredible last couple weeks. And let's look at our seller represented. Chris and Sophia got their listing into contract for 439, and then Kelly got her Orangevale listing into contract for 490. That's right, Karina. Jen got her listing into contract for 618. Toots got hers into contract for 635, and then Sunny Wong for 665. Sunny's been on the board, I think, 3 times this week, so congratulations. Love to see the hustle. Love to see what's going on. And then one more time, Jessica and Jen got into contract in Martinez for 845,000. Jessica, I see you are on the road, but do you want to talk to us about this deal? What you experienced, what worked, how long were you on the market? Kind of talk to us about this listing.
Yes. So the listing was on the market for 50 days. We got into contract after 50 days. And what I was noticing was from the buyer's agents, they kept saying things like, oh, I know your seller wants this amount, but I always tell my sellers that they're not going to get what they want. Ultimately, it's up to the buyer. And yes, it's true. But I kept hearing that a lot. I was like, okay, so, they could possibly come at list price, but they're not going to do it. Right. And, the really great thing about our sellers is that they were totally understanding with the way that the market was moving. So we had already set those expectations. So when they came in at 845, I mean, we negotiated 10,000 more because they tried to come in at 835. But it all worked out. Our sellers accepted it and they're really happy.
Love this. I love this. And you guys, once again, let's give Jessica a huge, giant round of applause. She is the recipient of this year's California Association of Realtors Rising Star because of her production, because of her visibility, because of who she is. And so looking forward to watching you get honored in San Diego next month. So giant round of applause for Jessica and everybody else that was nominated for such a prestigious award. Congratulations. Well earned, well deserved. And thank you to Karina for, helping them with everything behind the scenes to make sure that we put our agents in the best position to win and to be nominated. So congratulations. I can't wait to be there for your celebration. It's going to be exciting, and what a milestone moment for you in your career. Jay got in a contract for $1,050,000 on his listing, and then Julia got into contract in El Cerrito on her listing for 1.3. So congratulations to you guys. Continuing on, I love this duo. George and Richard got into contract for 1.3. They took a break from making music videos and got into contract in San Jose. And then Wanda got into contract for 1.4. Shout out to Wanda. She was just actively finding people to cover open houses for her, and she was able to get that into contract. So really, really good stuff. And then Kenny, you want to talk about this one? 4.2, just this little baby little listing that you got in the contract. You want to talk about this?
Took almost a year, I think over 10 months getting contract. Thank you, Jacob. I'll just Brian the buyer again from the last one. We really wish the seller took the original offer. That was well over $1 million off this one many months ago, but they're hesitant and wanted to play out the market. But glad finally made it happen.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you, to Otis, to Jen, to Jacob, and all parties involved in this transaction. It was a long time coming. So you guys, when you take a look at this, I want you to take a picture of this, and I just want you guys to know that these types of numbers, this is what we're made for. This is who we are. So 45 new escrows in the last 2 weeks, over $37 million worth of new real estate volume. So these are the types of numbers that you guys are made of. This is our championship stats. This is who we are. This is how we show out in a very big way. So I want to congratulate everybody that contributed to our success over the last 2 weeks. And I want to congratulate everybody that is doing the work, that is prospecting, that's making the videos, knocking on the doors, doing the open houses, everybody that joined Intensity to raise the level of production in their life and their business. And so appreciate you guys. We see you, and job well done. So let's continue cruising on. Molly, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. You want to talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just congested right now. It's pretty simple. September, we're coming into our season of the year of gratitude. And so we are going to kick it off in September with the canned food drive. So again, anything that you're able to spare, maybe you're cleaning out your own pantry, but it's just a simple small ask. We are collecting cans this month. Believe Brian may already have something put out. If not, we will have a bin at the office for you to place those canned goods. If you're not going to Oakland, but you're out in my area, Brentwood or Stockton, I'll even ride up to Fairfield. If you guys want to collect there and just let me know, I can pick up stuff there and bring it to Oakland. So again,
Well,
spread
I
the
could pick
word.
up in Stockton, and I could pick up in Brentwood and bring it to Oakland. You
Yeah.
don't have to make that extra trip.
Sweet. So you guys, I'll try to just work on like a quick reel because any and everything helps. So even if you're hosting something or here's a cool idea, if you have an open house, attach your flyer with the lunch bag, have people donate 1 or 2 cans in that, and then go back around and collect it. That's a great conversation starter. Or, it helps you and maybe your community slash event. But this is what we're doing for the month of September, keeping it short and sweet. But we are going to start early ahead of the usual rush. We are collecting canned foods. Thank you. Non-perishables. Thanks.
Molly, hopefully you feel better. Appreciate you. I'll cover you on this one so you can get your breath. So you guys, roadmap to success or roadmap to results. So this is the revamp of our previously known 30-day checklist. This is an open Zoom room from 10 to 7, or excuse me, 10 to noon on Friday the 5th. So maybe you're that person that just needs a refresher, or if you're brand new and just need to know where to navigate and how to do each of these things. We're trying to simplify every single week for you guys. So be there, ask Molly questions. We will make sure to record this, but I don't want you to rely on the recording. I want you to be there. If you have questions, make sure that you're there, get your questions answered. And so that's going to go down this Friday, September 5th from 10 to noon. That is reflected on the team calendar. The link is on the team calendar. Also, you guys want to save the date. Make sure that you guys are in the office and share this with your friends in the industry. Kenny and I are just getting unplugged, unscripted, unfiltered. We're going to have a real conversation about growth, about culture, about scaling, about business operations, about coaching, training, and everything in between. This is going to be just one of those raw sessions, a detox of a digital detox. We're just going to sit there, literally 2 stools, 2 mics, and we're going to have a real unfiltered conversation. So more information to come on this. We're going to shoot our official promo reel this week. And so feel free to share that and let's pack the house. We're really excited about this session. We're also equally excited about EXPCon. EXPCon is going down in Miami next month, the 20th to the 22nd. Really excited to be there to share, to hear the big picture of EXPCon, or excuse me, EXP as a company and where the company is going. And I'm very excited to announce that I finally got myself an opportunity to speak on that main stage and deliver a keynote. So I'm just really excited to be there, to be with you guys, to have some fun. Last year was a blast. It was my very first time in Miami. So if you haven't booked your tickets yet, grab your tickets. go to EXPCon. You guys will definitely come back with tons of great information about the company and feel confident about the road ahead. I know I am last time. And
Well,
so you guys,
for those of you that are going to ESPCon and have a ticket, every single year there is a thing called an Explorer Pass. You can invite someone to ESP and they will get their conference ticket for free. And
but
flights are
that's
super
somebody
cheap.
that is not at EXP already.
Yeah, that's not at ESP already. And flights are super cheap. I just booked mine this morning at like with some upgrades for $500 round trip. You can get something as cheap as $300 round trip. Rooming, you figure it out, but it's totally a great event to bring your guests or friend there.
Yeah, so I know that I know a couple of people on the call are already planning on being there. Brandy is probably already booked for the week. She's ready to go. And then Molly for next week, we forgot to do the who's leading on the conversations. We'll give everybody an update. But here's all the information about EXPCon. I'll drop the link here. Also, you'll see some of the accommodations. You'll see this up on top, featured speakers. So you guys, this is just one of those events that if you can be out, if you can make it and you can make it happen, it's within budget. Highly recommend that you guys get there. There's the link. Also, on the first day, you have the Fast Forward Movement event. If you're a part of Fast Forward Movement, you have the ability to go to exclusive mastermind. Also, that first night, they closed down Live Nightclub and they hired Wycliffe to be our featured artist to just do a private show for all of us. So it's going to be really dope. But that is everything. Dan, do you have anything for the order? Anything that you want to share before we start to wrap?
No, just like you said, if anyone's got questions or interest in this little flex program, you can see that's making deals. It's getting opportunities out there. Shoot me a message on Slack and I can get you more details on that.
Love it, love it. And Chris and Sophia, I mentioned you guys a couple times. Good to see your guys' faces. Congratulations on a great week. And Chris, I'm glad that you're feeling better. And it's good to see you in the office, big dog.
Thank you, brother.
Let's go back up to Karina. Karina, any parting words before we head out? We kept it short, sweet, and to the point. That was a lot of escrows.
That was great. Nope, I'm good on my end.
Awesome. Kenny, any parting words before we head out?
Nope.
Cool. Julia said, a recruiter from Compass just called me and I invited him to this call. Wonderful. Have that person come to coaching tomorrow as well. I'd love to see them, have them be in our space and share in the collective wisdom. Make sure that we invite them. But you guys, we're excited about where we are. I just could not be more proud of what you guys were able to accomplish in 2 short weeks. And so I don't care whatever happens in the industry. We're always finding a way, and that's who we are. We figure a way to find a way to find a way, and that's just our DNA, and that's how we roll. And so I appreciate you guys. If you need anything, let us know. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Keep It Moving group coaching. Listen, you guys, continue to pack that room. It's been great attendance. I love to see the work that's happening post the calls. We're also doing a coaching playbook for the week as well. So in case you missed something, you want the quick download, we have that as well. The first one just went out last week. So you guys, if you need that, just want a play-by-play, we have that available for you. So you guys have an amazing day. If you need anything at all, please do not be shy. We can't help you with any challenges that you have in your business if you don't come to us. So come to us, we'll help you in any way that we can, or at least send you in the right direction. So you guys have an amazing week. As always, be you, but fast, and make today a day that truly matters. Peace, everybody.